Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I would say. Read the room. Yo, what's up?
Hi.
We're membriash.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Mitch. I don't know. Yeah, okay, yeah. All right. And we're reacting to... This is episode 6 of Couple to Throuple.
Yeah. We've been watching it.
If you're watching this, you've probably been watching it with us. Welcome
back. If you
back.
haven't, you can go watch our recaps.
Yeah.
Reactions of episodes 1 through 5.
And they're in order, which I would say the phrase that you hate, but...
What?
If you know, you know.
Oh my God.
No.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Because people say it, and then it's like, it's almost... Yeah, and the way that it sounds is almost like, and you can't ask me, because if you don't know, then you don't know.
If
I'm not explaining it to you.
You wouldn't get it.
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 That
yeah,
just
anyway.
makes me mad. Because, like, we like to laugh, but we like to include everyone.
Speaking of everyone.
Maybe not everyone.
Do you remember what happened at the end of our last episode?
Of Couple to Throuple?
Yeah.
No.
Let me recap for you. Corey Wilder threw the chair in the water and was like, no, this is a throuple now. So now it's Corey Wilder Denise?
Yeah.
Is it Denise?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Denise.
Corey Denise Wilder, which would be the middle name. I guess she's in the middle of the bed, so it's Corey Denise Wilder.
Yeah, Denise.
That actually sounds like a decent name.
It does sound like a good name, yeah.
And then the cliffhanger was whether or not, what the F was going to go on with Jonathan. Because he was basically like, I don't really want to stay.
He was
and
like,
they cut
no,
it.
thanks.
They cut it. So he's not staying. I'm pretty sure.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Honestly.
You know what? I actually respect that a lot because he doesn't hate them. You don't have to hate people or even dislike them to not have things work out. And that goes with relationships or friends or like anybody in your life.
I've had like honestly plenty of friendships that like they just run their course or it's not particularly healthy for you to continue. So you're not friends with them anymore, but it's not like there's any ill will. Like you don't, like I have people certainly that I don't need them in my life and they probably don't need me in theirs, but like I hope that everything is great for them. And that's kind of how it feels like with Jonathan. He just doesn't want to be trying to fix Rahman and Ashmal's relationship problems, which is fair.
True.
Fair for Jonathan. And he's the first single, I think, to say no.
Yeah.
Right? To say, I'm not interested in continuing in this relationship.
You don't fix a house by bringing in another couch. You know, like if it has like structural issues or something. You should probably, whatever.
I'm just trying to think about it, you know? Because what if like the house just had nothing and there was no couch and it really does make it a lot better having that couch?
Well, Jonathan might make the relationship better, but is it good for that couch to be in this house with nothing?
I don't know. Is the couch like the starting point and then they're going to get more furniture?
Or is it like a drug den and there's like, it's like an abandoned building and it's just going to get covered in like gross crap?
Drugs.
Drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. Really, or do drugs. Actually, everybody does drugs, actually.
Are you talking caffeine?
Caffeine, sugar,
prescriptions.
I'm on drugs right now.
For your allergies.
For my allergies, I'm on drugs.
I'm on drugs right now.
And we need to get started before they kick in too hard, probably.
You're basically telling me to shut up now.
No, I need to shut up.
Why don't we both shut up and watch the show? Yeah,
let's do that.
We need more physical board.
I was so pissed at them whatever.
When they swapped out Mia?
It's just the blindsidedness of it only because Mia did not see that coming.
No, she didn't.
And the thing with Jonathan is they should have seen it coming with Jonathan. There's no blindside there.
No.
How would you rate our sexual tension on a scale of 1 to 10?
I am surprised that Darian is staying with Brittany and Sean.
Yeah, I agree. If things didn't get better, I could see Darian stepping back.
Swap.
Yeah.
I don't even like Mia, and I feel bad for her.
I know.
Also, I cannot tell the difference between Jess and Lauren, so that's not... I don't know how I'm even going to have commentary on them, to be honest.
Yeah. The brunettes are talking. You'll be like...
Right.
Just change it into one name. How do you fuse Lauren and...
Joran.
Wait, who's the other person?
Jess.
Lauren and Jess. Joran.
This is the best I got.
Less. Less is more.
That's a decision that Rahman and Ashmal were necessarily prepared for.
That's ridiculous if they weren't prepared for it. He prepared them.
I opened up so much of my emotional and physical side to him, and he kind of took that from me.
All right, this guy's way too mad for somebody that has my girl is a lawyer tattoo.
This is what happens. This is what he does every time.
Please take a step forward.
Uh-oh.
No one steps forward.
Oh, no.
No.
Somebody's... Okay, all right.
They got a couple. They got Sadie.
Sadie's
and
like,
they
I'll
got
risk
Frank.
it.
They're going to pick Frank.
You can go back into the resort as a couple to figure things out.
Oh.
That's cool.
That's nice.
So you're not shading anybody, but you obviously might need to figure some stuff out. Especially with a de-throupling. That's like having a breakup. Like, that is complicated.
I really like that they give them that.
Yeah.
Are you sure you just want to jump into it right now? I'll go into positive energy.
Ramon is going to bring positive energy. Okay.
We're not on the same page.
Oh, he's making a game time decision here. Oh no.
They're gonna go back alone.
I'm gonna come back at the next ceremony with the right head.
Ramon looks so mad.
Yeah, that's fair though. Like,
You may cross the bridge.
crossing, it's like he's dead. He's going over the bridge.
Jonathan, you may cross the rainbow bridge.
Instead of the rainbow bridge, it's the teak bridge. The teak bridge of Throupledom. Right?
Oh.
What kind of wood is that? It's got to be teak. It's over water. I'm obsessed with teak. Isn't it water resistant?
Stop. What? Ramon is so petty. That's such petty behavior.
Well, he's hurt.
I know, but
He's also sad.
sir.
He's allowed to be sad.
I know, but turning the picture around.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to look at him right now because he feels hurt and he feels betrayed.
Yeah.
That's healthier. Him being sad and crying and not just wanting to look at the picture of Jonathan, for me, is healthier than him getting mad at people.
I think he's realizing he's the one that
Yeah,
messed that
I
up,
don't
because
know.
it's definitely not Ashmal.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Me being frustrated with him isn't me being frustrated with like him having feelings. It's like just him taking it out on people sometimes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the thing that frustrates me too.
Yeah.
And it makes me have less empathy for him
Yeah.
because he keeps doing this.
Yeah.
Everything with Mia was awesome. It's what we needed after our first.
And now you're on to your third. Man.
That's my love language, my number one.
I mean, that does matter.
It
And the way
does.
they're framing it, they're being kind to Mia in this situation. They're like, we just didn't connect on the same level in
Right.
terms of love.
That is important.
That is.
It
It
is.
absolutely is.
Even though it comes off like a tad creepy sometimes.
Yeah.
Now I really gotta show up.
All right. I hope they kind of stabilize, but I know it might be
too.
difficult still.
Well, they're still learning about each other. They're
Mm-hmm.
still dating.
We're so happy to have Jess with us.
It does seem to be a good fit having
Mm-hmm.
Jess with them. I'm happy for them.
Try not to be a hater. That's my new strategy recently.
Mia didn't seem like a good fit.
Yeah.
The boys are probably doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such bad vibes for the whole
Oh, man.
villa.
When do you get voted off the island?
Everyone's like, we're so uncomfortable. Please leave.
We need to get into a place where we are in a better place.
They look strung out, honestly, which emotions will do that to you.
Oh yeah, I will.
And you're supposed to make them feel like it's a safe space for them.
Yeah, but he's also the one that created that situation. So should you make somebody feel comfortable if they're blowing up your relationship? Because that's basically what happened there.
I think I'm a lot more like Rahman and you're a lot more like Ashmal. And there were times where we would fight and you would just go to sleep and I would be sitting there like he is, like, how in the world could this person just be sleeping right now? I have all these feelings, but everybody processes their feelings differently.
I'll tell you, when I saw Ashmal come to bed and just like go to sleep, I could see and feel the frustration where he's too frustrated to show emotion or to show support. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, and that's part of
that.
the feelings that he's having. And it doesn't mean he doesn't love Rahman and he doesn't want to be there for him, but you have to be there for yourself first.
Wish I had been there for him in a better way.
Yeah.
People
Such is the way.
process differently too. Sometimes you just need a little bit of that space.
And people often blow things out of proportion after a thing like that too, where like you'll come back a day or later that day or tomorrow and they'll be like, okay, I was being ridiculous. It just hurt really bad and I didn't know how to like communicate that. It's like stuff like that.
No wildlife for us.
No makeup, no perfume. All I heard was red flag, red flag.
Don't relate at all, but
No,
I get it.
I like camping. I like being outside.
Hello, hello. Ashma, hey, Ramon.
The sourpuss face on Rahman right now.
Yep.
Sir, stop.
Dude.
You're making it awkward for literally
I know.
everyone on the show. Please stop.
So we want to see how effectively you can communicate while you build this tent.
I think we'd excel at a lot of these things, but
Yeah,
we're also like,
we'd be fine.
We've been together for 20 years, and we like make this channel together, and we garden together,
Sure.
and we make food together.
We could put up a tent.
Yeah.
And if there were a random third person, we could put up a tent with them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things, like, if you've camped once or twice, you're probably going to be fine at it, and if you haven't, then
it's going to be a
it's
struggle.
It's going to be kind of a struggle.
So we're having fun. Who cares?
No, I'm not having fun.
She's like, I'm miserable. I don't know what you're talking about.
2 hours left. We have the president of the Boys and Girl Scouts Club.
They make tents for a living. Is that true?
What?
I doubt it.
You're going to put the six together like this, okay? You're going to feed them through the tube. Just
Darian's doing a great job.
I forgot what Darian does. Or, like, who she is, you know? Like,
she'd be good at, like, project management or something like that.
She's also motivating, too.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not just barking orders.
Exactly. Really positive, really motivating.
Yeah, super positive, she seems.
While we're building this tent, I feel like Ashmal's really listening to my advice. I'm really listening to his advice.
Oh.
Holy crap. Okay.
You shouldn't get divorced over one fight or broken up over one fight.
No.
That I needed to see from Ashmal for us to positively move forward.
Is he giving people tests all the time?
It feels like it.
That's what it sounds like. That, and I feel like I've heard talk like that before.
Yep.
You need to earn me back kind of thing.
Which is frustrating because everybody inherently needs to earn that with everyone else, but it's like he feels like the other people need to earn it with him and he doesn't need to earn it with
He's
them.
entitled to be the one that's always aggrieved.
Yeah. He's really self-centered, honestly.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, he's like, I'm feeling a certain way, so people should be there for me. And it's like, right, but you're not the only one with feelings.
Yeah.
Halfway through, we're just laughing and having a great time because we realize this going up.
They're having fun.
Yes.
And honestly, even if they failed at this, but they had fun doing it, I think that's the most important thing. It's actually, I think, a good sign if you have fun while failing, especially.
I mean, we know how to talk. We know how to communicate.
It's like, oh my God, we're actually really good together.
I'm happy for Becca.
Yeah.
Because she had such a bad experience with Dylan and Lauren.
Yep.
And now she's getting a really good experience.
She's having a ton of fun.
Massimo?
Max?
It's not Max, is it?
I don't know.
Ash?
Ash?
Massimo and Ash?
Massimo?
Isn't it?
Maximo.
Maximo?
Yeah. Massimo.
I don't know.
That's like those schools. What are they called?
Montessori?
Montessori. Montessori and Ash.
The goal isn't about getting your 10 up.
Yep.
It's really about communicating with your partners.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean gets it.
Here with the wisdom again.
We learned how to really just like instruct each other from a place of love.
Okay, I wish he would take that outside of this situation.
Sure.
Because I hear what he's saying.
He's already learned so many life lessons on this that he has only applied to that situation and not moved forward with, that I have little hope.
He has the memory of a gopher.
So we want to reward the throuple that we believe had the best communication skills in this challenge.
Okay. They just
the
judged.
Corys, right?
Probably. The Corys.
Maximo, Ashley, and Becca.
Okay. They did a really good job, too. Yeah. It would have been between them or
Do you know what
the
sucks
Corys.
about that, though, is that Maximo and Ash already had that cool suite.
Yeah.
They already had a good experience in one of those, and the other people haven't gotten that yet.
But if they were the best communicators...
Yeah, I know.
It just seemed too subjective as for the judges.
A lot. Actually, all of them communicated really well.
Yeah.
We're an additional partner. Third.
I know.
I like the way they talked about that. You're just an additional partner. You're not the third.
That's nice.
That is cool.
I don't really feel super comfortable kissing them when I've barely seen them kiss each other.
It's weird that Sean and Brittany have a third, but she's like, they don't even kiss each other.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't know. Well, they did say that the physical intimacy was at like a 0.
But then it's strange when you're adding a third person in where a lot of people, affection is part of a lot of relationships.
Sounds like Mia would be a better fit with them, honestly.
Honestly,
like
maybe, yeah.
I think that we'll learn to communicate a lot better, and I'm willing to put in the work to get there.
2 years into our relationship,
oh God,
we weren't better than them.
No.
So I just gotta say, like, I
Worse.
hope they make it through. Well, of course,
Way
we weren't
worse.
trying to add a third either, but
no.
like,
and we were very young.
yeah.
I hope this works for them, but what I end up seeing, whether it's because the way they're cutting it or what,
Yeah.
is just Ramon asking for a lot and giving not a lot.
Yeah.
Last night I wasn't there to support you.
I mean, I feel bad for him still, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want him to be unhappy.
Right. These are kind of like minor issues.
I don't know that it actually is minor issues,
I wouldn't
if I'm
consider
being
them minor
honest.
at that point.
Communication can be a major issue.
And acting like the only time you have anything bad is with infidelity or major communication issues, I don't know. Little things can needle people.
Yeah. And sometimes they can be indicative of
underlying issues.
Yeah, or like a general incompatibility.
Yeah.
I would rather work on something that we've had from the very start, even though we've had these bumps.
Jonathan walked away. And I know he didn't say I hate y'all, but he wanted out.
Yes.
And you didn't fix that one day getting over one fight.
No.
You gotta pick somebody else.
And that's what was happening with Jonathan the whole time, is there'd be a fight, and then Ramon would apologize, and Ramon would say he was better, and there'd be another fight, and it was just that over and over and over again.
And there's always something.
Do you want to add a third to the relationship?
No.
Okay, well then let's take an ad break.
I honestly was never a big physical touch person.
Sean and Brittany are just spending time with each other.
We came into this situation looking for someone to lead us in that department.
It's weird to me how much they don't understand. Do they need an anatomy lesson, or
I don't understand
just
what
touch
they
each other
mean
more
by physical touch?
This is uncomfortable.
This is so uncomfortable.
I feel like I'm ready to kiss. I feel like I'm just feeling a little bit
pressure. Yeah, there's so much pressure around it. It's just a kiss. Yeah, it should just happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It is complicated asking for consent and things like that, though,
I do appreciate that they're at least doing that.
Right.
They're not making assumptions here.
But it's not in a moment where it seems... it just all feels really uncomfortable.
I think it would also make me feel more comfortable if I saw you all kiss more.
I'm confused by their relationship,
I'm confused
honestly.
too.
Like, I get they like each other and
Do
they
they
seem to
just
get along well, but like...
have sex without kissing, which like...
Maybe?
No foreplay. Just start banging it out.
I don't need them saying so seductive in my ear. They're like night cam, not so seductive. It feels creepy when it is.
We're like, let's see how we all do outside of this resort.
That's true. Like real life, you're not just on vacation in Panama.
Do they just walk off the show? Is that their announcement? They're like, we're gonna go
leaving,
home,
guys.
I never want to wake up any other way.
Oh, I don't want Becca to get her heart broken.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't want that.
That smile looks legit. She feels super comfortable with them.
Attraction is like through the roof. Okay, like, is she the one?
That's true.
That's
you
a
can
huge
have
question.
a good connection and still it isn't the right one.
Who else?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not just Becca.
I don't feel like Becca understands that though.
Yeah. Maximo and Ash playing the field a little bit here.
Which is realistic, but I just don't think that Becca is understanding that.
Yeah.
We'll have to find some more time to chat, the three of us.
I mean, I would also be into Maximo and Ash, so I get why everybody...
They seem to be the biggest draw here right now.
Yeah. I don't think Darian realizes either that Jonathan is in the picture. I think the problem with Maximo and Ash is they're giving everybody the vibes like they're the one.
Yeah.
And there's multiples.
It's that background stuff.
I know inside I have a lot more affection to give.
I like that he's bringing this up to her.
And he's not blaming anybody.
No.
He's saying, I have walls, basically.
I'm about to unwind that shit, so be ready.
Be ready.
When I bring the storm.
Be ready for my affection, baby. I like Sean so much. Like, it still shocks me. We're halfway through and I still can't get over the fact that I just like him so much.
If we want this relationship to grow and get stronger, we need to put it a little bit to the test.
Are they leaving?
I think they are. Why else are they bringing a new couple on already?
Well, they brought Maximo and Ash on and nobody left.
4 episodes in.
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all think y'all got what you came here for?
That and more.
I see why y'all are throuple.
They got a very similar energy.
Yeah. They're a cute throuple.
I like that they have to come talk to them on the beach with all these blankets set up like they live out there or something.
Yeah.
This is their office.
Uh-huh.
It's about the choice that you decide to stick with.
Oh, and that is relationships. That's why some people never settle down, because they just don't choose to.
Yeah. It's strange. I don't feel like I hear a lot about real world thruples, and that's probably because it's so difficult.
Yeah.
Because people have all these preconceived notions about the way that you should be in a relationship, and it doesn't match with that. I'm sure there are more thruples than you might imagine.
I would imagine.
People just don't feel comfortable saying it.
Come join us for a second.
All right.
Oh God, what now, right?
Well, they don't want, after all the stress with Ramon and Ashmal, they don't want any more stress.
Right now, we're gonna be exiting the resort.
Good for them.
Yeah. Some of the other people are thinking, what's going on?
So sad to see them go.
Oh, so
she really
sweet.
liked them. Yeah. I like Becca.
Me too.
She's cool.
It's bittersweet because clearly this experience works.
Well, you're stuck with a small group of people doing something really intense and like something that relates with each other. That's a tight bond. Quickly, I'm imagining.
Yeah. They better tell us what happens. They better give us an update.
We're ready to be out in the real world and put this real throuple to the test.
Wow. I didn't know they had that option, honestly.
I didn't either. Maybe they just made it. They were like, you know what? We want to leave.
They're taking it really seriously.
Yeah.
You can't say they're here for fame if they're walking off the show halfway through the season.
Yeah.
We're going into this mixer with an open mind.
I wish they had been telling people they were going into the mixer with an open mind, because I don't feel like people understand that.
That's not cool. That's like the Mia situation all over again. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. It's the one thing they've done so far that I'm a little bit turned off by.
I'm really vibing with Sean and Brittany, but
she would jump on Maximo and Ash in a second. She doesn't hate Brittany and Sean, but it's just not a perfect fit right now.
I think it's like a friend connection is the vibe that I get from it.
I'm thinking it's time we give Frank a chance.
I don't know why Ramon is so connected with Jonathan that he's not willing to consider anybody else there.
Falls hard, maybe? I don't
maybe.
know. Some people do. What will happen in this throupling event?
For every exit, there is also an entrant.
Yeah.
Did they have people on deck? Did they fly them down in a day?
I think they probably were going to be adding a new couple anyway, is my thought.
Maybe.
Because clearly after the Maximo and Ash situation, we know they add couples. It would be weird for them just to add one. So this is the second couple they were planning on adding.
These two are single and ready to mingle.
What? They're singles?
Wait, what?
There's already too many singles.
What?
I thought they were a couple.
Okay, so they had a couple that they were going to bring in. They had new singles they were going to bring in, fresh blood, which does make sense if some of these couples aren't working very well and you want to provide more options.
I suppose. But then where's the new, there is no new couple then? No.
Not here.
Okay.
How are you feeling? I want to make sure you're good too.
I am very happy. Like, honestly.
I like when they support each other. I love stuff like that. Jonathan checking in with Becca.
They've been pretty close too. Because isn't Becca's pretty close with Ramon and Ashmal? Yeah. So.
Ash and I have the game plan. We're going to lay it all out there.
You laying that all out with Becca. Do not. Ugh.
I don't think they quite know how close me and Jonathan are.
Because they are buds.
It's even more awkward.
Yeah.
Even more awkward.
The only weird thing, though, is that I feel like
weird about Becca.
He respects Becca.
He's
doesn't
a good
wanna...
friend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, Jonathan! Love Jonathan. That's awesome.
He is pretty great.
Exploring something new.
I don't feel like Becca knows this. I don't feel like...
I respect Jonathan. I don't like the way Maximo and Ash are handling this.
Me neither. Because I feel like they're going to drop her next ceremony, and she does not know that.
Well, and so he just said they're going to go in here with 100% transparency, but they planned this Jonathan thing. They've been talking to Darian on the background. Becca knows none of that. She knows none of that. So they're not coming in 100% transparent. You need to inform people to be transparent. You can't just say, oh, I didn't tell you that.
Right.
That's not transparency.
No.
That's lying by omission is what that is, or what it can be.
For sure.
And I'm not cool with that.
Me neither.
As many experiences as possible, and we want them with new people.
I think, to me, Dylan and Lauren, more than any other couple, are treating this like their show that they're on for their reasons.
Main character syndrome bad.
Yeah, and they just really aren't thinking a lot about the feelings of the people that they're bringing into their relationship.
I get to say hi to you.
That's nice that he came over to check in with them.
Jonathan.
Brody.
Leave.
Brody.
It's leave.
No, Brody, read the room.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I would say. Read the room.
You swapped without telling us you're swapping, and you think it's weird that I had a plan B?
Well, now they're fighting.
Oh, now Jonathan's fighting with Ashmal? I think that Jonathan didn't want to be in the couple, not because he didn't like them, but because of the tension. He didn't want to deal with the tension. He thought it should be, like, being in a relationship early on shouldn't be so difficult, so he walked. That's what I'm seeing. And then he's jealous when they're talking to Frank and planning on moving on.
You want to talk for a little bit?
Yeah, let's talk.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah.
I'm more likely to do an underbite.
Nobody does an underbite.
Find me in the club.
Wait, let's both do our bites.
Hello, how you doing? How's everybody doing?
Hi.
Scott.
Oh, Maximo and Ash are kind of on my shit list this episode.
Yeah, I'm mad at them.
Brittany and Sean, I don't dislike, but it's weird and I can't read.
They would like want a friend.
That physicality
I think.
thing. Yeah. Although Sean kind of opened up about it. He's like, I don't feel comfortable initiating that sometimes, but he might soon.
Mia and Frank step forward.
Oh, Jonathan's feeling it. Oh, they're not even letting him be an option.
Made to pick from that group is potentially a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of agree. Because
they do need to switch things up.
I love that he said that too, because he's the one that wanted to stick with Jonathan.
Yes.
And he's saying this is maybe a blessing in disguise.
It is. They need to get to know somebody else.
I love that he recognized that and then leaned in.
Yes. Sometimes he's great.
He's erratic. That's the problem.
He is erratic.
He has no control over his emotions, or not as much control as maybe would be good for this situation.
So we are going to pick Frank.
He's like twice the size, because they're both about the same height and they're shorter.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not like tiny, but Frank's huge.
He's huge.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Frank is we're gonna get to know him a little bit better.
Me too. Like, more than anything, I want to know Frank.
They don't bring it up to me, that just shows their character.
Yes.
Because that's part of the transparency. Yeah. Good for you.
I love Becca. Becca and Jonathan come out like pretty good in this.
We can't
ruin
wait.
our appetite with spoilers.
Oh, I like this show. I want to keep watching it.
It's not bad. I
It's
enjoy
good.
it.
I like it a lot.
This is one of those shows that it's just kind of enjoyable to see it. I'm excited to watch it. I'm almost sad that we're doing it slowly because we have so much other stuff going on, but
I was thinking about that just now because this is something that I would binge
we would
real
binge.
fast.
We'd be done in one day.
But
yeah.
this is actually making me savor it a little bit more.
Yeah, right? You're
And
excited to
then-
get back into it.
Yeah, and then I'm processing. Sometimes I'll watch these shows. I watch them
Mhm.
so fast, I process everything at the end, which then you forget certain things, whatever. I feel like I'm getting to process this as it goes.
So I don't know how y'all feel. We had somebody in the comments say that they felt like they didn't trust Maximo and Ash, and they thought that they were putting on a sort of perspective of being like open-minded and like free-spirited, but they actually might be manipulative assholes.
Whoa.
And I don't know if I responded to that one. In my head, I responded. I've known people that are like that act free-spirited, but actually are manipulative assholes.
Yeah.
I still like the way they show up. I don't like their dishonesty right here. And what I'm seeing is dishonesty.
Well, if they don't say
If they don't talk to Becca.
But on the other hand, and Jonathan doesn't know that they're also talking to Darian.
I know.
And Darian
There's a
doesn't
third.
know that they're also talking to Jonathan because Darian's not as good of friends with Becca and Jonathan. So in a way, they're not being transparent at all because
Yeah.
that's been going on with Darian for a couple days at least.
I have a question for you.
What?
And it's I agree with what we're saying and how we feel about all this.
Yeah.
But is it possible that it's a bit of a learned behavior because they're used to having relationships outside of their relationship where they don't tell each other about it that much? Maybe they're like, oh yeah, I had a whatever they called it. I forgot, it was like a D appointment or something. I don't know, but like they might communicate a little bit about it, but not a lot. So they're maybe used to not being super open with their partner, the person that they're with, because that's just the way they navigate, and they both agree to it.
That's possible. But how is someone that you just met supposed to know that you're pursuing other people when the vibes that you're giving them are not that you're pursuing other people? I'm not saying they're bad people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they should be being more transparent with Becca
I
because
agree.
Becca is their primary third relationship partner at this point.
I'm not saying that what they're doing is good. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, where is it coming from? And it's not necessarily like an evil manipulation. It's not necessarily like a very intentional thing. They might actually think that they're being more open than they even are.
Yeah.
By not sharing that information.
Again, though, it feels like selfishness to me.
Oh, for
where
sure.
You're thinking about what you want to get out of the experience. You're not communicating that with someone else.
Yeah.
And then you're not valuing what someone else might be looking to get out of this. Because Becca, to me, feels like she's looking for something more like what the Coreys had with Denise.
Absolutely. That's, I think, one of the reasons she was so emotional when she saw that going on, because she liked the Coreys, and then they were going off and doing exactly what she came on the show to do, which is join a couple, become a throuple, and then live happily ever after or whatever until it ends.
Right. They continue dating outside of the show. And I do think that that's not great perspective, seeing yourself as the main character. And honestly, the way they brought in Max Monash was kind of like that.
Yeah.
They got this special suite. They got to choose from anybody. They really circumvented a lot of the process that the rest of the couples were put through. And then that almost plays into that kind of main character syndrome perspective.
I hear that. Yeah, it's mirroring Lauren and what's his face? Dylan. It's mirroring them where they're coming in for it's their show, it's their experience, and they're not thinking enough about other people.
Yeah. And that's hard to watch when you're the goal of this is to build a 3-person relationship.
Yeah.
And you can't do that if you're not thinking at all about what someone else is looking to get out of it and their feelings and their emotions and treating them as like a human being.
Maximo even said, "You're not the third, you're an additional partner."
Yeah.
You don't call somebody an additional partner.
I know.
Like casually, I don't think. His partner, I think, is actually strong. So there's the instance where Jonathan got upset about them labeling him a boyfriend, where he's like, "We didn't have that conversation yet."
Right.
I feel similarly with that partner thing. And I feel like Becca heard that and felt that and thought, "Oh, I'm a partner here."
Right.
Even though I know it's young and it's new and they just started and there's no official title, but partner is a title for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
So I just feel like they're giving her, like you said, they're giving her signals that they're not being open about.
And with any partnership, even if they're not going to be an official throuple, they're not officially boyfriend, girlfriend yet, saying partner implies that you would at least be clued in on whatever feelings are going on and whatever future decision they know they're gonna make.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I hope it's all a big misunderstanding and immediately they go back and Maximo and Ash tell her and they're like, "Hey, we like you a lot, but we also like some other people and we really are interested in exploring what that looks like for us." I hope that's how it goes. I really do.
I feel like Becca's gonna have bad blood at this point anyway because she already feels betrayed. It's possible she'll step back on it if the conversation is respectful and open.
Yeah.
If it isn't, she's going to stew. She's gonna get upset, and I couldn't blame her. But it's gonna get uncomfortable in the next episode, I think.
Ugh.
I hope not. I like Becca a lot.
Not. I like her too.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Tons of people shared them. Some people have already seen the show. Nobody's really been spoilering at all, so I'm totally happy for y'all to share what you think about like people in general and stuff. But please let us know if you feel like we're missing something or if you have a different take than us on some of this. Love to hear it.
Thank you for watching, and we will be back next time with episode 7.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Then I got it knocked, and I started going.
Ridiculous.
All of those tearjerker.
Hey, we're gonna go on a cruise this summer. You should come with us.